Hey guys, so this is part 4 of our second pass through Colorado. The photos you're seeing here are, as described there, Bridal Veil Falls from Imogene Pass. So we're on the beginning here of Imogene Pass, and you can see the switchbacks here going up to Bridal Veil. That building, that's the power station at the top of Bridal Veil Falls. Those switchbacks are actually the end of Black Bear Pass, but that's as far as you can go up, and then it's closed off. Technically, Black Bear is a one-way pass, and you're coming down that if you were to do Black Bear. So yeah, right there where those cars are all jammed up, that's pretty much the end, and as far as you can go up Bridal Veil, which you'll see later in this video. We do go up there. But the beginning here, we're on Imogene. There's a little marmot. Those guys are all over the place. They're pretty cool. Higher in elevation you go, the more you see. Just a little waterfall was found along the way. Bad news is, as we got to the top of Imogene Pass, I got a little message on my GoPro saying something about corrupt files, and I lost all my footage going up to the top of Imogene. Lucky for us, we met two great people, Brian and Juliana, and the video you see here on the left of the screen, that's courtesy of her. So we were able to salvage this a little bit and put it together with some photos, but boy did we lost some great video. But thanks to Juliana, she saved us and sent me whatever videos she had and whatever photos she had, so I incorporated that stuff into this video. But Imogene was just amazing. It's the second highest pass I think you can do in Colorado. It goes up to 13,000 plus feet. But kind of like Black Bear, this pass was closed also for a long time, and they just opened it only maybe a day or two prior to this. So we were lucky in that fashion, but we couldn't get all the way to the summit. I think we were about 500 feet short of the summit, because it was just still, most of it was snow covered, and what wasn't snow covered was washed out really bad. You'll see in a little bit how high the snow drifts were, but all good. It was still beautiful, and you know, that just fuels my desire to get back out there and do these passes again. Hopefully they'll be open completely. These blasted through tunnels were pretty cool. It's amazing, you know, the feats that these guys accomplished back in the 1800s. Just simply amazing. These remains of buildings and structures that you see are remains of Tomboy Mine, which was in Savage Basin. I believe it was built in sometime in the 1880s, and I think was decommissioned in 1927. But it was one of the largest producers of gold back in the day. And there's I can't remember the exact amount of population, but there was, you know, I think just under 1,000 people living there, which is pretty incredible. And most of them lived there year-round, which is even more insane. The view up there was incredible. If you look over my left shoulder on that switchback, you can see the bulldozer that blocks you from making the rest of the way up. But whatever, it was well worth the journey, even though we couldn't get to the summit. Just truly spectacular up there. The wildflowers were just amazing. Marmots were all over the place. It was like squirrels here in New York. And the best thing was meeting Brian and Julia. They were just awesome. The music is maybe a little dramatic, but I'm getting to the point with these videos I just want to get them done. I think I got maybe one left after this, and yeah, I'm looking forward to being done. It was great recording all this and putting it together and having something to look back on, but it's a lot of work. It's July 26th here, and it's just mind-boggling how much snow is still up there. I mean, you look at it here, and it's much higher than the Jeep itself, and the Jeep's probably between 6.5 and 7 feet with the tent on top. Pretty crazy. Here we're descending, coming back down. We're almost back into town. What a great trail that was. If you're out in Colorado, do Imogene. You won't regret it. As far as technicality, it's not technical at all, but you have to really pay attention to what you're doing. There are some spots where the trail is very narrow, and you really don't have much room for mistake. But yeah, great time. And again, Colorado was just, it was definitely up there, maybe number one, maybe number two, between Colorado and just the whole West Coast, Northern California, Oregon, and Washington State. It's hard to pick my favorite state. So it's the next day now, and we decided we wanted to go check out Bridal Veil Falls. So up we went.
Morning.
Hi. We can drive up to the falls, right?
Yeah, you can. There's not a lot of parking,
That's
and
fine.
you got to be, courteous
Okay.
and figure out how to turn around.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can actually go to the power station too, but there's even less parking
Okay.
there
Okay.
and less room to turn around.
After that is where the steps are, though, and it's one way, right? And that's closed down?
The steps are at the switchback between the two.
Okay.
But when you go up to where that road's actually above the power station a little bit,
Okay.
then it becomes one way
Okay.
there. Yeah.
And it's still
They
closed,
come in the other
right?
way.
Is Black Bear still closed on the other
Yeah.
side?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But we can get
We
up
can go
here.
up and then come back down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank
Enjoy.
you.
Thanks.
I think it does too. Yeah, it saves you all the energy for sure. Yeah, but yeah, definitely.
So I'm sure you could see here the down trees to your right, and then as I make this switch back up, you'll see them right in front of the Jeep here. These are all from controlled shelling, as they call it, so they have a little bit more control of the avalanches in the area, and I'm sure that's some sight to see when they're shooting these shells off and causing these slides. So here we're coming up on the base of Bridal Veil Falls. Truly spectacular. I think I use that word a lot. This Jeep came down a little hot there. I don't know what the hell they were thinking, but anyway. The falls were just gorgeous from the bottom. If I remember correctly, they were 365 feet from bottom to top, and I guess back in the day, people would actually ice climb that when it was over. But now I believe it's private property, and you can't climb frozen falls.
is bad. They shouldn't allow anybody to park here.
So yeah, it was tight up there. A lot of vehicles. That part up there to my right, that's actually where it's closed off. That's where it officially becomes Black Bear, or the end of Black Bear. And then all of this is normally, you know, two-way driving or multi-directional driving, up and down, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I mean, there was just so many cars, and it was tight. So we had to drive back down probably a quarter mile before we could find a place, a safe place anyway to park, and then walk back up to the power station. It was fine though. Everybody else is walking. We can get out and walk a little. Didn't kill me. So I'll read straight off of Wikipedia here, so I can give you a little insight on the power plant. It's a hydroelectric alternating current power plant. The Smuggler Union Hydroelectric Power Plant built it in 1907, and it sits on top of the falls. Originally used to power the Smuggler Union mine. It was eventually owned by Eldorado Mining Company, who decommissioned it in 1953. Then it was leased from Eldorado by a local resident, Eric Jacobson, in 1988, who restored the powerhouse to operation in 1991 and lived there as his own residence with his family until 2010, and then he gave up the lease. The Eldorado Mining Company now owns it and operates it and sells the power. The power generated provides about 25% of Telluride's demand for electricity, and the plant still contains its original 2300 volt Westinghouse electric AC generator, one of the oldest AC generators still in operation. In 1979, it was listed on the National Register of Historic Places. So that's pretty much the gist on the history of the power plant, and this is pretty much it on the little hike we went on too, as we had to turn around because the trail became pretty much impassable from avalanche debris. So we started to head back. And in keeping what I do, I had to continue to freak my wife out by walking as close to the edge as I could. It wasn't really that far down. 40 feet maybe.
Why you didn't go on the outside?
Play it safe.
It's like, oh my god.
Look how thick it is.
Yeah, I walked out on that. There is a picture of it somewhere, but I can't find it. I think it's on our Happy Wanderlust Facebook page.
Yeah, those are the mining carts.
So I couldn't find any information on if this mine was still being used, but obviously it looks like it is. Must be privately owned, I'm not sure. Like I said, I couldn't find anything on Wikipedia about it. But it was pretty interesting to explore.